Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Closet Podcast. I'm your host, Blaine, and of course, we have Jacob, the co-host.
Hello, everyone.
And we are also joined by the Would You Blather podcast. We have Will.
What it do?
And then we also have Jake.
Hey, that was weird. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Hey.
Sounds scared.
Yeah, I never really had to say either.
So yeah,
Hello.
you guys are from the Would You Blather podcast.
We do. We blather often.
A lot.
What's the synopsis of the show? What would be a quick Tinder bio of it?
Will do it.
Well, so we do would you rather questions, and we kind of blather on about anything, really.
I mean, yeah, that was like a really short version. Like, I was thinking Will was, like, the reason I wanted Will to do it is because Will's technically like the clerical guy, and Will was just like, yeah, so like we blather.
You just said the
That's all
name.
it is.
You just said the name.
I mean, we really don't even ask that many would you rather questions like we're supposed to. We don't, dude. Honestly.
We do
Yeah,
very minimum.
I listened to an episode, and you asked like one question like that, and then the rest of it was just
It's like
we
fucking-
forget.
It's like clickbait. It's clickbait.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good clickbait.
No podcast is clickbait.
We're like a tabloid.
We have
Would you
blather in there.
questions all the time, and then you click on it, and they're like, "There's no would you blather question." Ah, they got me again.
My biggest question was, what the hell does blather mean? Where did that come
Will?
from?
Blather, it just means like to talk on about nothing. I mean, let me Google, and Google will have the answer for us, okay?
Please read the Urban Dictionary version if you can.
I don't know. Urban Dictionary, I don't trust the Urban Dictionary.
See, I
It's all
love
like
it.
weird sexual terms or something.
It
might
literally,
be-
because it's like blather, and it just starts with like when a woman, and you're like, "Whoa, Urban Dictionary."
When a man and woman love each other.
What? That's called blather.
So
I guess.
your niche is almost everything. Then you could talk about anything that you want.
That
That's
leaves it kind of open.
brilliant.
It's kind of cheating in the podcast market, I guess, because we just have everything to talk about. Basically, just like current events, whatever we're thinking about,
Yeah. I mean, I do like the idea of would you rather questions and stuff. It's special.
The
It's
Google
fun.
definition for blather: to talk long-windedly about without making very much sense.
What was that? The medieval 1600s definition? Oh, what was that
Blather.
word? Long-windedly? Yeah, let me just go grab Papa down at the market.
Have to look up more words. I hate it when dictionaries do that.
Yeah. You look up something, it's like when you pedantically look at a girl or whatever. And you're like, pedantic? What does that mean?
Well,
So-
it's probably the root from pedophile, if I had to guess.
What?
Oh no!
I'm just saying, like, if we're using context clues, guys.
So,
that would make sense.
and to be fair, none of us are in the same location right now. We're all calling into the same platform right now. And Jake, you are in a park right now. Is that correct?
I'm literally in a park, and I wish I could say I don't come here often because I don't have friends, but, like, it's just a park, man. Like, you just sit here and look at birds that are happier than you are. Like, it's a great time.
Nice.
Is that so? How did you two meet? Where did this idea come from? How did the podcast start?
Well, it's interesting. I think because Jake is a twin. Jake has a twin brother who has the same major as me. We're both in college at the God blessed University of North Alabama.
Yep.
Yeah, we just went there. If you guys didn't know we're from Alabama, get your sisters. We'll come on down.
Oh, man. Nothing like a little cousin loving.
Oh my god.
If you can't make fun of your own state, what good is it?
Yeah. right.
Yeah. I don't make fun of where we're from. I just shit on it. It's not a
Where
good
are y'all from?
From
Indiana.
Yeah, great state of Indiana.
Amen.
Yeah, no, all right.
But yeah,
You guys know
so
anything about Indiana?
Nobody
I know
does.
Indiana Jones.
There we go.
I know the Colts are from there.
So you
There you
guys just automatically gained citizenship to Alabama, and you got a podcast, or how did it start?
Basically.
Pretty much. We're actually married. That was the only way we could do it. So
We're related.
basically, what happened is Josh, who's my twin brother, was in a class with Will, and Josh came up to me and was like, "Hey, Will wants to be a comedian, and you're kind of funny sometimes. So why don't y'all like have a show or something like that?" And I was like, "That's the best idea you've ever had, dude. That looks like me." So that's, and now we're where we are now.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a lot simpler than you'd imagine. Like, literally, like, I walked up to Will one day and we were like, "You can do a podcast?" And the other guy was like, "Yeah." And now we're like 24 episodes in.
That sounds like how we started. That's how me and Jacob exactly started.
Yeah, we
Really?
always have like Discord calls, and we're like, we should just record this shit.
Yep.
That was it.
I mean,
There you go.
honestly, that sounds like a very marijuana way to go about something. Like, you're just there and you're like, but like, bro, what if we like recorded our voices? And it's like, that's a good idea, other bro. And then a podcast.
I might have been under the influence.
I might have. He said I might have. That always means yes.
So, let's see here. You get the show started. How did you amass this following? You have like 5,000 Twitter followers now. We're skating at like 70 right now on a good day. How did you get all these followers?
Will.
I give it to the Podern family, the hashtag Podern family.
We've been trying
On
to
Twitter.
get into that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just you got to get a couple of like good podcasts to like your stuff and retweet your stuff. It's a healthy relationship throughout the whole community. Really, it's just very loving and supporting for the most part. I've met a couple. There's a couple on there that just kind of
Oh, there's some rough ones.
yeah. They just I don't want to. I'm not naming any because
Right.
I'll love boys support boys and all that, but. Like they'll just be like, okay, we have a podcast, so give us all your followers. Everyone follow us. And
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
Oh yeah.
one of those
Boys
follow
support
for
boys.
follows.
Boys Support Boys sounds like a logo at like a Cub Scout. Like, like Boy Scouts? Like, that sounds like something that you would see at like the top of a camp. But like, anyways, what I was going to say is like, I wasn't even like, I'll let Will answer that question because I literally wasn't even an admin on our Twitter account until this week.
What the hell?
Dude, seriously, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Just-
Blaine actually does all the work too. I get all the like notifications, but I don't do anything with it.
Yeah, I don't anymore. Like, honestly, when we were messaging y'all earlier today, half of that was me and half of that was Will.
None of it was me, so it's
Yeah,
alright.
Jacob hardly ever does the messaging. He just observes. He's
I
like a-
messaged one person and then she deleted her account. So
It's like, how's your dating life, Jacob? And you just need to lead with that. Like,
So, I think Jacob, you have a would you rather question for them to
Uh-oh.
ponder, right?
yeah, so to keep it, in line with what we talk about here on the Cosmic Closet, it was would you rather know the existence of aliens or demons? But the caveat is
Ooh.
no one believes you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
okay, I've got an easy one on this one. And it's like, because aliens, okay, we didn't specify if it's like Independence Day aliens or like the Abyss aliens. So these people, they could like save my life. You ain't never met a friendly demon. Like, no one ever comes up and like, hey, I'm a demon. And then you just shake hands and skip. Like, that's not how demons work.
That's half of Tumblr. That's half of Tumblr OCs, if we're being honest.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Friendly demons. I would say demons because that way I could go into like I could be like a religious figure and people wouldn't think I was that weird. If I just was like, aliens are real, I know it.
That's true. You could be like
Did
you
an
just
online
literally-
exorcist.
Will, it sounded like you were just like, if demons are real, I can be God. Like, the way you said that, you were like, I'll become a religious figure. I'll gain the trust.
But think about that. If you know demons are real, then you pretty much know the rest of it's real, right?
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that part.
See, then I can just kill myself and I'll be fine. I go to heaven.
Gee. You guys are getting
Okay,
deep
see-
and we're only 10 minutes in.
Yeah, we're real deep. By the way, I just wanted to say one thing. I love the way y'all say Cosmic Closet, because it's like y'all are in your regular speaking voice, then you're like, yeah, so what we talk about here on the Cosmic Closet. It's like so cool the way y'all say it.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's great
notice
branding.
that.
It's our business, man. We love it.
Hey.
You're right. You're right.
So, did you guys not do that with the would you blather? What's wrong with that? How do you say it?
Well, when you listen to the Would You Blather podcast, you need to get your
Sound
ears
like-
ready.
Who do you have to sound like, Drew Carey? Like, I don't really.
Y'all seen Gran Torino?
Dude, I watched it the other day.
Oh, dude, good movie.
Dude, he's so mean at the start. Like, he's saying words that I didn't even know you could say in a movie. And I'm like, Jesus, Clint. And then, and then he turns it around, and I'm kind of happy with him.
Gran Torino sounds like something Taco Bell would offer.
Get our $5 Gran Torino box and get a free taco.
Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually.
What?
Like, what are you imagining as the Gran Torino?
I'm imagining, like, it's got to have Fritos in it.
A quesadilla, layered, probably multiple layers. Maybe some
Yes.
tater tots.
Oh,
Man,
like a
now
like
I'm
a
hungry,
crunch
'cause I
wrap.
ain't eating either, bro.
Well, dude, you're in the
Like-
car. Just drive
Yeah,
to Taco Bell.
Yo, honestly, just go to, like, stay on the phone, but, go to Taco Bell.
Just go over there and just
Yeah,
be
dude.
like, "Hey guys, I'm on a podcast right now, but I'm killing for some gorditas." Like,
And then you're eating into the microphone the whole rest of the episode.
oh, that would be disgusting. Oh, by the way, this is like way off topic, but do y'all have those friends that are like really messy eaters?
Yeah.
Like, do y'all have any friend that like it just like I had a friend the other day. His name's Quentin. He literally was eating a cheeseburger, got like ketchup on his face, and used the wrapper of the cheeseburger to wipe the ketchup off. And
I think
continue to
That's
eat.
Connor. That's Connor, Jacob. That's for Connor for us.
Yeah, one time we were, like, talking on Snapchat, just sending stupid videos, and he was lying in his bed, like, eating
Cheese
Wendy's
fries.
cheese fries, yeah.
Oh,
He wouldn't even get up, too. He's just on his back eating it.
ew. Oh man.
Oh,
gross.
so in the spirit of the show, we want to get a quick rundown of the stuff that you guys may believe or not believe in. Have you guys
Alright.
heard of the anti-vax hysteria going on right now, where people don't vaccinate their children?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Would you vaccinate your kid if you had one?
Yes.
We interviewed someone a few weeks ago, and they are strong against them.
Oof.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you explain that to me? I don't understand. Is it so? It's like autism? Is that what it is?
No, she doesn't believe that they cause autism, but she believes that they put like pig fat in the actual vaccine, and it.
They're
Can
making
lead-
the kids. They're making the kids fat.
Well, that and also, I guess it could lead to seizures or something. She, I guess, had a family friend that her son went in for a
Okay.
vaccine, came back, and he was different.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't think. See, I don't get vaccinated. Like, I don't get like a flu vaccine or anything.
Right.
But I feel like I would want my kids to, because I don't want my kid getting like chicken pox at like 40.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's
Shingles
just-
virus.
And literally, he'd look at me and be like, "I hate you, Dad." 'Cause it's my fault. Like, that's on me. Like, I had
Wow.
the chance to stop that.
It's true.
Does my Alex Jones impression does it follow?
Is that what
They're,
you?
they're turning the frogs gay.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
They're putting pig fat in the vaccines, and they're making the kids fat. They're chubby. They're blowing up.
He gets kicked off YouTube. They're gonna think it's Alex Jones. Oh man. So yeah, that's. I guess we could actually turn into conspiracies too. Would you rather questions? Would you rather vaccinate your kid or not?
I would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I think I would. Jacob, you
Yeah,
subscribe
yeah.
to this theory.
I thought you were
Jacob,
gonna ask me if
tell
I
him
would
about the
too.
pyramids. Tell him about the pyramids.
Okay, I don't have, like, definitive, evidence, but I think there's something more to the pyramids. I say it a lot, but I don't think they were built by the Egyptians. I think they were built long before them by what is it?
By aliens.
Civilization of people who were more advanced than we can imagine.
So, like, Wakanda.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
But no, I'm
Wakanda
just
like
getting
that.
into my, I'm just getting it to where I understand it, okay? I just gotta dumb it down some.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean I'm taking away from your idea.
there's not like laser guns or anything, but it's more like Asgard, like fucking
Okay.
magic rocks and stuff.
I'm okay with it. And, like, I believe, honestly, that's something I've, like, pondered on, too, because, like, they're literally so expertly built, and there's so many, like, trap doors and stuff, like,
Right?
throughout the pyramids. It's really weird to just think that the civilization they claimed made them,
Yeah.
Like,
I heard
so
some-
I feel that.
Well, I heard somewhere that they like did carbon dating or something, and they tested the pyramids, and it was way older than what they found.
Oh my god.
It might have been erosion patterns by the Sphinx's paws.
That
Turns
was the
out
smartest sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
Jacob's
Like-
actually a scientist in his pastime.
Like, I think he's still a scientist. Like, it literally, like I'm sitting here like, yeah, like Wakanda. And you're like, no, but like there's erosion patterns in the Sphinx's paw. And I'm like, but where's his nose? You know, that's what I'm concerned about.
oh my god.
So
What if that was the truth? What if all the races like before Egyptians were just like big sphinxes, like they were all just cat people with human faces?
Oh my god.
that's terrifying.
It sounds like hell. That's actually hell.
I think
Kinda
I'd
glad
be
they died
okay
out.
with it. That sounds like a good Nick show. Like, you know, like a Nickelodeon show, bro. Like, I could have that. Like, called like The Sphinxes. You know, like.
There's this one show about like Siamese cats from like the 90s or the early 2000s. You guys remember that show? I forget what it's called.
Oh,
Is it like-
cat
is it
dog.
s-
It was cat dog.
No, it's like a
It was
whole
Cat Scratch.
show. No.
Cat
I think
Scratch
it's-
was fantastic.
Dude, wasn't it a good show?
Anyways, let's
What
yeah,
was
keep
that?
going. My bad.
I think you're talking about, was it Sagwa or something?
Yes. Yes. Oh my
Like that?
god.
Dude, hey, I got you on obscure cat references, dog.
But like,
You guys
okay,
watch
so
Ubi?
like, oh no.
All right.
Like,
okay.
I know what
okay.
it is. You know.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I was just. Do y'all know what Cat Scratch is? If y'all do, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, dude. Doesn't
So,
It was basically Ed, Ed and Eddie, but with cats.
Well, yeah, but like there was that one cat. He was my favorite. His name was Gordon. He was a big fat one, and he could speak Scottish. I don't know if that's something you can speak. I don't know if that's like Spanish or French. You know.
Yeah. Did they have their own language?
The cat.
That's a good question. That's a good
Or
conspiracy.
The Scots.
That's a
Scottish people.
conspiracy. We could easily find that out with a quick Google.
Do the Scots have their own language? Cosmic Closet.
Christ. We're just doing a speed run here, boys. Area 51, real? Do they have aliens? What's the take on that?
Ooh. I have a good take on that, actually. Well, not a good take. You'll decide.
We're the experts here.
I had a teacher in high school who said she worked for the Pentagon, and she said that no one would talk to her about Area 51. They were all like scared crapless to talk about it. So she was thinking that her theory was that it was some other stuff, but the alien stuff was somewhere else.
Oh God.
So
I
like
think
it
it's
was a
real.
misnomer.
I think it's real. I mean, I think aliens are there too. Cause like, I mean, it's just
They're
weird
just
to me
hanging
that,
out.
like, if we have this whole like outer space and everything, this whole solar system and every other solar system, you can't tell me there's no other life out there. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I think on the same coin, like it's so big, it's hard for me to believe that they would come here.
That's what she said. I'm sorry, bro. that whole sentence was just filled with pronouns.
Jesus
And, like, I was like, there's no way I get out of this.
I'll take it.
Oh goodness. Have y'all been following that Bob Lazar thing?
Yeah, I
Bob
just
Lazar?
watched that whole podcast. He was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, dude, I haven't finished it yet, but I'm like 3/4 through, and
What
it's
is that?
blowing my mind.
Can y'all explain to me what that is?
So Bob Lazar is supposedly in his 20s. He got picked up by the government to work at Area 51, like a subsection of it, like S4 or something. And he claims, on an alien spacecraft, a generator that was in it, or a reactor, that basically made its own gravity. And
Wow.
he said that they had at least 9 ships there, but none of the other scientists talked to one another. They kept them all separate while they worked. And he said that they were found in like an archaeological dig, like underground, these ships. So they've been
They
there for
probably
a
built
while.
the pyramids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. My only thing with that is I feel like if that was true, he would be dead.
Right, well, yeah. And he says that's why he came out like to the press, because he didn't want to get killed.
Wait,
I feel like
Blaine,
they
tell him
would
what
still
his,
ask him.
What?
Blaine, tell him what his bodyguard said.
Oh, yeah, so I think you might have gotten to this part in the podcast, Will. He said that Dennis, who was the main guard that he reported to while he worked there, when he went to the press the day after, Dennis called him and was like, you know you're done for after this, and hung up.
Ooh.
I got chills.
It was
That's crazy.
so scary, dude.
But I think what was funny to me, not funny at all. It was all terrible. But like the whole reason he he told people about it was because they got him off the project because they were bugging his house, right?
Yep.
And they found out that his wife was having an affair, So they were like, he might go crazy because his wife is having an affair.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of him. And then he didn't know, and so he just thought they were going to get rid of him. And he went and told a bunch of people. And then separately, afterwards, they told him that they bugged his house and that his wife was cheating on him.
Yeah, they're the ones that broke it to him that his wife was cheating on him. Imagine having the
That
government
would
tell you
suck.
Wow.
Mm.
that. Would be.
Just fucked him in every way possible.
That'd be like if your boss
Imagine-
came in and was like, "Hey, you're fired, but by the way, your girlfriend's cheating on you."
Yeah,
man.
like. So you're fired, but it gets worse.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
it's
we
like,
had
no, it's like aliens are real. You're fired, girlfriend. Boom.
Girlfriend, just pepper that one in there. Like, "Hey, you're fired. Your girlfriend's a hoe. What? Wait, what?
we had something happen to us like this weekend that was kind of like that.
Yeah, it was a shit show. But
You found out aliens were real?
yeah, we just saw them floating around.
Do you guys think aliens probe people?
I hope not.
Do you think if we found a different, like if human beings found a different species, we would immediately stick our fingers in their butts just to figure out?
I mean, we
Well,
kind of
that's-
do. You mean
do.
probe them?
Yeah, we
Or
kind of
do. You
do.
mean just test the waters with your actual finger. Like, what are you
It's
saying
both.
here?
It's both in one. You test the waters and you get to know a little bit.
I think
Now,
we.
you ever think about fishing? Like, imagine being a fish and being yanked out of the water
Dude,
and then just thrown back in.
that's
That's
horrifying.
basically what they do.
I mean, it is horrifying, especially if you can't breathe where you're at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Like, I feel like that makes it worse.
I would love the, like if the DreamWorks logo where the guy's like fishing off the moon or whatever. He like picks up a human being and touches him in the butt and then he throws him back into the world.
He ain't big enough. Just, that's a brim.
Oh man. So we got the aliens covered. We got anti-vax covered. What about flat Earth? We had a flat earther on that believes that the Earth was flat. He wouldn't
I
believe
love
it unless
flat
he went
Earth.
to space.
I love Flat Earth, dude. I love it so much. It's like, it's one of those things where is it true? Probably not. Do I love gassing people up about it? 100%. Because people get so mad about it, bro.
They do, and it's kind of based on denialism. They think that NASA is basically the Illuminati, so they won't believe anything. They don't look at facts.
Exactly.
I work or I have an internship with a radio show.
Right?
And a guy they were talking about something about or flat Earth or something like that, and I think it was adjacent to that. It was some sort of like geocentric theory that like the Earth is the center of the universe and stuff.
Mhm.
But a flat Earther called in, and we didn't even get to put him on the air because they ask us to like push through calls that are crazier,
right.
that like would make for good radio. So I was like, please do not leave, but I got to know why do you think the Earth is flat? And he goes, well, think about like they say clouds they're so heavy, but they stay in the air. And I remember thinking like, okay, well, I'm not a scientist, but I think you're wrong. And I just like started talking to him, and then he just dropped the call. So like we don't have that call on the air.
I feel like, well, I couldn't be able to contain that either because I would be like, first off, you're stupid. Because like you can fly through clouds.
Yeah.
It's like water vapor, right? It's not like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not heavy.
It's
That's
not
where
like you're
density comes
flying-
into it.
Yeah, it's not like you're flying through like metal in the sky. Like, I mean, I feel like it's easy enough to grasp.
So to prove that flat Earth is not real, we have to go to the clouds, is what you're saying.
Basically. But
The-
I
genius.
do enjoy the theory of flat Earth.
I do too.
love it.
Like, there's a small part in the back of my head that kind of wants to believe it.
I want to so bad. Like, I've got that what if, Like, yeah, it's stupid, man. Why would you believe it? But like it's, like.
Yeah.
Well, I like the bigger theory of that, like the government's just lying to us about everything. Like we don't even know
Yeah.
about space. That's just something made up. Like sci-fi and all that was just made up to convince us that we're not worth whatever.
I like to think we're in the Matrix and I can fly.
But could you fly through clouds?
If we're just troubleshooting that, is it? Well, no, I'd break my neck on a cloud. Sorry.
They're heavy as hell, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the Earth is flat because of clouds.
The weight of the clouds keeps the earth, crushed.
Keeps the Earth up.
The clouds
doesn't even
actually
make
create
sense.
gravity, and that's what keeps the Earth flat.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
We're trying to think for an episode in the future. We want to go to a flat Earth convention if it's close, and we're gonna try
do
and
that.
Please do.
infiltrate it.
Maybe you'll meet B.O.B., bro.
Who's that?
B.O.B. is a rapper, and then Kyrie Irving. Like, they're both flat
Shaquille
earthers,
O'Neal?
bro.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul's literally insane. So it's like, like, dude got like arrested or like knocked off YouTube for like tasing a dead rat, and I was like,
Yeah, dude.
okay, you're a little okay, alright, you can believe the Earth's flat if you want to.
Do you guys? What's I'll give you a conspiracy to weigh in on. You may have talked about it already, but what do you think about the moon landing?
The what?
The moon landing, like it was
Ooh.
supposedly fake and stuff.
I think it was real.
I think it was definitely real. I think it happened. I get the idea that people have about how it was designed to bankrupt the Soviets, but I think we actually did it. I think we actually did do it. Just because think of the amount of work that went in. Someone would have blown up the conspiracy before they died or wrote about it. That would have been such a huge thing to cover up.
Well,
I
they
was
said
thinking
that
the same thing.
they said that Stanley Kubrick like filmed it or something. Have y'all heard that?
No, I haven't heard that.
I love
So-
Stanley Kubrick, bro.
Like so in The Shining, apparently like Danny Torrance, the little kid, he's wearing, and there's a great documentary. I think it's called like Room 73 or Room 173 or whatever it's called. The room of the Shining takes place in, but it tells about like how, and this is just part of it. There's a million conspiracies along with The Shining, but it talks about how like Danny, the little boy, is wearing a shirt that has like the Apollo, the space, whatever. I'm missing the word. The rocket, the
ship.
stupid, yeah.
Lander.
And he's like walking into a room that's like supposed, like the number in the room is like the how many miles it is to the moon or whatever, and like someone's watching him. Or it's just it's a deep theory,
Right.
but worth a rabbit hole if you want to trust nothing.
That would be interesting.
Alright, so have y'all watched the Da Vinci Code?
Oh yeah, I love that. Actually, I
Like-
also watched. Did you watch Angels and Demons?
Yes, Angels and Demons is
Ooh.
freaking better than the Da Vinci Code, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, I read both of those books.
Oh, really?
Okay. Let's-
Are they both by Dan Brown?
No,
What's
they're
his
about
name,
Robert
bro?
Langdon.
Oh, really?
Langdon.
Yeah, Robert Langdon.
Dude, I didn't know that. Like the guy that's in the movie?
Yeah,
Not
I mean-
Tom Hanks, obviously. But,
I mean,
like,
yeah, he's a fictional character, but yeah, it's Robert
No,
Langdon.
but the history behind it is real, right? Like the Catholic Church actually went after scientists way back in the day and like killed them.
oh no, they did. Yeah, no, they really did. They killed so many. Like, they killed. No, guys, I'm actually pretty smart and well versed on this. So let's not laugh before my sentence is over. I swear, like I start talking, and you're like, "Well, the idiot's speaking, guys."
no, no,
Let's humor him through his sentence.
Oh, go on.
What?
Nothing. We made him mad.
Wow.
No, I can't. I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
We hear you now.
Okay. All right. Cool. I was about to put it on speaker and do some research, but I can't figure out how.
I thought you were knowledgeable
Yeah,
on this.
I thought he was pissed at us. They hung up.
No, bro.
Driving to
No,
Taco
I
Bell.
don't get pissed, man. Yeah, I'm going to Taco Bell. I'm getting me a cheesy gordita crunch. Y'all give me like 7 seconds though while I look this up. I can't figure out how to put it
Sure,
on
we'll
speaker,
plug
so
our
y'all just talk once
we'll plug a
month.
sponsor real fast. Everyone, we
Go for
do
it.
not have any sponsors, so if you want to sponsor the show, email us at contactcosmiccloset@gmail.com.
Hey.
No.
He left.
I think he just left.
That is one thing that I want to talk to you about while he comes back, though, Will, a little interim. Do you guys have sponsors, or are you looking for sponsors? Because we're kind of starting to look into that world.
We're looking. I think it's smart to always look. What we're doing, since we're, and I would say a large population of our actual listeners are from Florence, where we live, like in
Mhm.
Alabama, So what we're going to try and do here recently, we've been trying to like hit up local businesses and say like, we're very hyper local. So, hey Jake, you back?
So I looked it up, bro. Angels and Demons is written by Dan Brown.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said, are the books about Dan Brown?
No. I said it's written by Dan Brown. Everybody was like, no, it's Robert Langdon. And I was like, I swear I'm not this stupid.
No.
I was like, I swear it's Dan Brown.
Oh shoot, I misheard you. I thought you said, are they about him? I was like, no. He
Bro,
wrote
I
them.
felt so bad. I was like, I've thought my whole life it's Dan Brown. And I made myself sound stupid in front of my new friends.
We were just talking to Will about you guys, if you guys were looking at sponsors, and he said that you guys are looking more local right now to try and get some sponsors.
Yeah, we're just like, we're trying to look around local because we think that's probably like, our problem is like down here, the demographic for podcasts and the people who own businesses are typically like a lot older.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to get someone that's like, has an actual business down here, an actual thing to like sponsor us because they're so much older and they probably wouldn't listen to it.
Right.
So, you know, that just makes it tougher.
Yeah.
We're thinking about shirts. As far as like profits go, we're thinking about doing shirts.
We dabbled in that a little bit. We did shirts. It was just small. I mean, it was like 15 of them, but we wanted to see how they would do, and we sold all of them or gave them out. But and it's good advertising too on the back end.
Yeah, it is.
Very true. Very true.
But yeah, we're trying to see about sponsors. But yeah, I think going local first before you, because everything online you have to have like a minimum of 5,000 downloads per episode. It's just too much.
No, we don't. We're very much independent right now.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not there. We get a ton of listeners from like the United Kingdom though.
Yeah, we have like, I think there's a couple, either like there's a bunch of, you know, like one or two people from like Ireland has like watched it, you know, a bunch, or it's like we've got like 24 separate people downloads. We can't really tell, but it's in that area somewhere.
I don't know. It must be something with the UK, but we had a guest from the UK, 2 of them, and then we have some listeners. I think probably 15% of our audience is from the UK right now.
Shout
That's
out
probably
to UK.
just those guys.
That's probably just those two.
We don't get many views, so.
They just really love it. They really love the cast.
I will say though, like y'all are Will. What was that podcast that we tried to get a shout out to, and I made so much fun of them that they like didn't contact us again? The ones that were in like the UK.
Oh, was it Trash Island?
Yeah,
podcast?
Trash
Oh
Island.
no, what happened?
They listened to a couple of our episodes and they were like, hey, they sent us would you rather questions, because that's one of our sticks is like, oh yeah, send us a really would you rather, we'll shout you out and stuff.
Right.
So they sent us a couple of them and we said one of them, and I don't remember what, but like the questions weren't particularly like thought provoking. They were just sort of,
They were stupid.
I can't speak to like exactly what it was, but Jake definitely like went off, and I edited it down like for like 5 minutes, like 5 minutes out of it.
Like it got so bad to the point to where I said, "Why would you ask such a stupid question? Someone on that podcast needs to fight me." And like,
Oh my god! Calling them out.
like
It
I
was all in
kidding.
fun.
Like it was fun and games,
Yeah.
but not apparently to Trash Island.
Well, we don't know if they're mad. They may have just not heard that.
Gee.
They may have just got out of the game. Who knows?
I mean, they should be pissed at us.
Yeah, pissed at you. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you produced the show.
No, you're right. I could have just put a big censor over your words.
So wait, what were you gonna say about us? You don't want to fight us yet? But I mean,
No, not yet. I love y'all. Like y'all are cool. Y'all don't ask stupid questions.
Very thought-provoking questions. I liked the one about the angels and the or the demons and the aliens.
I like the one about the angels and the demons, written by Robert Langdon.
Oh no.
So on your guys' show, do you do a lot of guest interviews, or is it mainly you two only? What's the display?
Well, since we're local, we've done people that we know. Like, there's not really we kind of just have them in the studio because we use UNA's like podcast equipment. They have a radio room for radio classes and
that's
stuff.
nice.
And we've just sort of interviewed like our friends and people that we think are funny. It's been pretty good so far. It's just about, you know, like, will people know them from other places? No, but it's a fun little addition just to spice things up a little bit.
It spreads really well through like our community because like people post it on Instagram when they're on it, and then all their followers see that we have a podcast too. So it does a really good job of like showing at least the local area that we have a podcast, and like spreads through. So it works that way.
I think that's been the biggest challenge for Jacob and I, is we're on 2 separate campuses, so we really can't link up too much, but we try to have guests on so they can share it on their websites or their social medias. And that's really the only way that you can really grow big, is just have other people talk about your show.
It really is.
True.
So
very true.
That's what we've been trying to do, and that's kind of the whole point of this little mini series that we're doing, where we have all these podcasters come on, is just kind of basically what's happening on Twitter, but now we're doing an episode about it, that whole Potter and Family hashtag.
Genius. I love the idea. I'm thinking maybe we can get a little bit more viewership from y'all too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be
Sweet.
great.
Hey,
Mutual.
y'all let me know though. Like after you interview other podcasts, tell me if like we're the best. 'Cause, like, I don't mean it in like a rude way, but like if y'all get off, be like, oh yeah, these other guys they just didn't cut it. Even tell me that if they do, you know, like.
Well, I'm thinking we're gonna have to have you on for future episodes just as correspondence if we ever need some.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
Maybe if we need some
I'm
Taco
game.
Bell updates on the Gorditos.
Bro, I'll bring everybody a cheesy gordita, bro. It'll be hype.
Watch
Yeah,
us
we
get
gotta-
sponsored by Taco Bell, and then it just comes full circle.
There is
We
a
gotta
po-
push the Gran Torino campaign.
It's like the plot of Jack and Jill, where they try to get what's his name, Al Pacino, to do a Dunkin'
Yeah.
Donuts. We just try to get we try to get Gran Torino to do a Gran Torino.
We try to get Clint Eastwood to do a commercial for Taco Bell. That would
Yes.
be legendary, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
That would
he's
be the
like,
most
done.
ridiculous commercial.
in the first 30 seconds, he's like super racist and everyone hates it. And then he like turns a 360 in like the last 30 seconds. Everybody's like, it was a pretty good commercial.
He's like racist against Mexican food, and he's like, American food's the only good food. And
then he tries it.
Yeah.
Oh man, we better trademark this. Taco Bell will swoop this up.
Guys, I'm glad y'all recorded this. We're like brainstorming some great ideas right now.
There you go. This is
Well, that's the other thing is when we first started our podcast, we're like, what the hell are we going to talk about? Because there's a podcast literally for anything and everything. There's a Taco
Seriously.
Bell podcast in that little network that we have on Twitter that just covers Taco Bell.
Hey.
So-
I saw some tweet, and then in the the replies they just had to shout themselves out, and they have a Fast and Furious podcast.
yeah, yep. There's all kinds of podcasts for everything.
I feel like the whole Fast and Furious podcast is just a debate on whether Vin Diesel is gay or not. Like I feel like that's the whole podcast. Like they're like, so about Fast and Furious, do you think he's gay though? Like I don't know. Like it's possible. He's so built though.
Yeah, it's like I've never seen him kiss a woman. I don't know.
Never seen him kiss a man either.
There you go.
Exactly. Maybe he's asexual.
I was fixed to say, don't lump him into either corner. Maybe he's both or neither.
Yeah, you're right. I love at this point they just stood aside, like they were like,
They're
"All
like, we're not touching this. We
right,
don't want this involved."
let's let them work this out."
Let them fight. Let them fight. What was I gonna ask? This whole I lost my train of thought with that Vin Diesel's gay train.
I think about it before I go to bed every night.
Oh, I got it. Why are you guys not on YouTube? And also, why have you not uploaded since like May 5th of 2016 or something?
Yeah, what the
You
hell?
guys
is
gotta
that?
boost it up.
Okay, so we actually have started on YouTube.
Ah.
We actually got a channel, and we just started our first video podcast. But the thing is, we've had to record it 3 times because we could not get the mics to link up. Right.
Oh.
Oh man.
So we were supposed to be back like a month ago.
Yeah,
well,
if
do you
anyone's
guys
familiar-
Yeah, keep going. You good?
It's the TriCaster that they bought. It for some reason it's only good for like lavalier mics, and I think it's for the broadcasting. Like again, like we're recycling the university's
Right.
equipment because no one's in there, no one's using them, and it's like we pay for it for our tuition and stuff.
Of
So I
course.
feel like we got to use it. But we've been trying to use that, but the microphones have been. It's like under a certain decibel, it won't pick up. So I'm like in there screaming sometimes, and then Jake will be kind of talking more subtle. Like it's a subtle performance he's doing on the podcast, but it won't pick up because the decibel
It never
level.
picks me up. It's because I always turn away from the mic. Like I forget that I'm actually on a podcast, and I just start talking directly to Will. And I'm like, oh wait, there's a mic here that has a job to do, and I just turn back towards it.
Well, I didn't know you guys had
Yeah.
a YouTube. Yeah, that's always good to get that up and going. Because we
And I
eventually
think-
want to do studio videos too.
Yes, I think that because I heard some advice given to like another podcaster, but it was Bert Kreischer.
Mhm.
He's on the Joe Rogan
Yeah.
a lot. He talks about like, oh, Joe said you got to have a video with it. Like you just got to do video. So I think for marketing purposes, that's like a key.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
for
just
sure.
need a camera is all we need really.
I hear you. On podcasting cameras too, because I've looked into it just to buy one, so we don't have to fool with the
Mhm.
stuff at the school anymore. But like they're more expensive because like I have a DSLR camera, which is sort of like an entry level camera,
Right.
but the sensors burn up after like 10 minutes or 20. If you leave it going for like more than 20 minutes, it'll just burn up.
Gee.
And we roughly do like an hour, so it's hard to find a camera that's going to support that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all can tell that I really don't do anything technology-wise with our podcast, but like the half the things Will has said in the last 10 minutes, I just kind of toned out and started looking at the birds. Like I don't even know what it means, bro. I'm still in this park, bro.
I said we could push it back if you needed to get home. You act like we called you down the middle of the freeway or something. You had to pull over.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of podcast gets T-boned. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
This evidence is used in court to sue somebody.
Sue us.
Yeah.
I ain't suing no one, bro. It's my fault if I'm trying to talk on a podcast, be a little funny, and get T-boned.
I think you guys are definitely in the running for being the best that we've interviewed, just because the dedication. I mean, Jake's not even at home for this. He's on the streets doing this for us, so it's...
I mean, dude, I'm like the hooker for podcasts. I mean, I'm out here working the corner, bro. Just trying to make ends meet for this podcast, man.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
It's a good visual.
Yeah, that visual. You don't even know what I look like, but I do. So I just imagine myself with like my shorts pulled up with like a high heel on, like stilettos, something classy.
Oh my god!
I love the if the listeners haven't seen the Photoshop that y'all did of us like, with the aliens behind us, so good.
With the
It
alien.
looked like me and that alien. It looked like me and that alien were involved sexually. Like,
He was probing
we
you, buddy.
were shooting glances, like we were shooting dirty looks. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty attractive alien.
Well, that'll be the thumbnail of this video, so everyone will be able to see it.
Hey, who do you think?
great.
What's the hottest alien?
Like
Twi'leks.
What?
Whoa, you found that answer very fast, Jacob. Have you
Twi'leks,
thought about
dude.
this? Twi'leks.
All the time.
What is Twi'leks?
Twi'leks from Star Wars. They're the blue.
Oh, with the weird
Yeah.
dangly head.
Oh.
They're called Leku.
Oh, okay.
Jacob's been
Don't
waiting
ever
for
talk
that
about his
question.
girl like that again.
Jacob's been waiting for that question his whole life, bro. Like he's been sitting here like, I don't know if I'll ever need it, but I've got like an on point response if someone ever asks me what a sexy alien is.
And those are like the ones in Jabba's palace. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one singing that gets fed to that little thing. Oh,
Oh no, I think that's the other one. That's the. He's thinking
It's
of a
the girl
different
singing.
one.
She
I
does
don't
get
know.
fed to the Rancor, doesn't
Oh
she?
yeah.
Yeah, she gets fed. Yeah.
But the one singing, it looks like a potato or something, right?
What?
bro, I look like a potato.
Hottest alien
Oh.
for me? Ooh. I don't know. Probably a Star Wars alien. Yeah, probably that one. Or
Does
the
Avatar-
alien on
does
Avatar.
Avatar
Yeah,
count?
I think
Does
Avatar.
Avatar count? Because if Avatar counts, it's the girl on Avatar.
I think I'd say that as well.
I was
dude,
thinking
can't
like
get
Alf.
behind that.
Alf?
Alf?
Yeah,
What?
Like the one that eats cats?
yeah, bro.
What?
I'm not gonna make the joke, but eating cats is a euphemism for something.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I didn't know Alf gets Will all hot and bothered, bro.
That'll be the title of this video.
You think will Alf come back in the media? Do you think he's gonna resurge? Because they're doing they're doing all these reboots of shows.
They could make like a DC universe kind of version of it.
Alf?
He's like a monster that eats cats and shit at night.
Oh yeah, he's like dark and brooding.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
hella good anime, though.
Oh, don't even get Jacob started on anime.
Dude, I
Oh,
love
bro.
animes, bro.
Yo, what's your favorite? Are you watching any season?
I'm not watching anything currently, but like I'm not gonna lie, Dragon Ball Z is my favorite. Like I know it's like a more mainstream one, but like that's just like my favorite by far. Like it's such a well put together anime.
Yeah,
Like
I watched it when I was a kid. I haven't. There's just so much of it. I just haven't felt like catching up yet.
and One Punch Man's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Like
Watching
I
season
love
2
One
right
Punch
now?
Man. Huh?
You're not watching season 2 right now?
Huh? I haven't watched it yet, mostly because I don't have Hulu.
Oh,
And
dude,
I
you gotta
also-
stream this shit. I'll send you a link after.
Dude, seriously, dude, I
Wow.
want to watch it so bad.
This is why we're doing the summer podcast, is to link up the anime community. Really,
There you go.
That's why we're doing
Yeah,
it.
dude.
We're
Have
doing a
you ever-
service.
Jacob, have you ever watched Samurai Champloo?
Bro, that is one of the best shows I've ever
It's
seen.
so good, bro.
Was
Oh
it
my
Samurai
God.
Shampoo?
Shampoo.
Shamrock shampoo.
It
Shamrock.
gets the
like
hair nice and
American-
shimmery.
It's American created anime, and it's like honestly really good. Like
Yeah.
it's really good.
It's made by the same people who made Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
Which
really?
is legendary.
No, I know that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, Blaine needs to watch it.
I don't.
I'm like the mom of the group. I know that one.
Oh, well,
Talking
that's
about
what
Alf.
I remember.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Def Leppard.
My favorite meme that was going around was like the Cory in the house is the best anime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's an old meme, but I think it's so funny.
Oh, we used to do meme reviews back in like our first couple episodes. We would just talk about the recent memes. But did you ever see that Joe Rogan where Elon Musk smoked on it?
Yeah,
We did a whole episode dedicated to that.
dude, I gotta
I
go back
think
and
that's
listen.
the only right way to go about it.
We just had to analyze it.
Yeah, we were like, wow.
And Elon Musk actually recently did a PewDiePie meme review, so it came full circle.
Whoa, he did?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's great. Well, it's him and the guy from Rick and Morty.
Sheesh.
You didn't see that, Blaine?
No, I have not seen that yet. I'm gonna need that link.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, that's good.
Rick and
He, like-
Morty's
he,
like
like,
the best
laughs
show
at a
on
deer.
Earth, by the way.
Do what?
I said Rick and Morty's like the best show on earth, by the way.
New season
Yeah.
in November.
Ooh,
I know,
I'm
I
hyped.
can't wait.
Morty, we're gonna do bad voices now, Morty.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Rick.
I feel like that's half of the fun of the show is just doing the voices.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, for
me.
sure.
Me and Will do so many voices. Like we were talking about it on our one today. Like Will's best voice he does is Morgan Freeman. Mine is Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Like,
Oh, we got to hear this.
all right, you go first, Will.
Kronk is a good man. Kronk likes to get crunk with Morgan Freeman in his free hours.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
pretty good, bro.
That's good
And
as
then
fuck.
there's Kronk. You know the boys of Cusco. Cusco boys. My spinach puffs. You know.
You guys should just do a full episode in those voices.
I used to do that to my brother. Like it'd make him so mad. So like we used to commentate sports together, and every time I would come on with a different voice. Like I would come on, and I would be like, "I am so happy to be at the basketball game," and he would like get so mad about it, dude.
He was probably just afraid you're offending somebody.
Yeah, I probably was.
So here's a question for you both: what is the end goal for your podcast? Where do you want to be? Does this turn into a career eventually, or where does this go?
Well, the good thing is like we're going into like different. Like I'm actually going into education. Like Will's pursuing comedy, which is awesome.
Mhm.
And like I actually wish I would have, but like I'm going into like secondary education. I'm gonna be a history teacher and probably hate my life. But like I think really we would like it to be a career, but like I wouldn't say we're doing like I don't know. We're not doing like the extreme, you know.
Right.
Of,
We're
like,
not
what we
quitting our
could
day
do.
jobs,
No.
which I want to. I hate my day job.
Well, you said you're at a radio place, so that's great experience for a podcast.
Yeah,
Well, he's
that's
got
true.
another job.
Yeah, well, so that's my internship. That's unpaid, but I gotta go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, work at a grocery store is no fun.
Money's money.
Money's
All
money.
the cart pushers quit today.
What? A strike?
Fucking strike. Yeah.
What? Is that
Will's
true?
gotta like push all the carts.
No, well, yeah, like I'm like a cashier, and for some reason there was a shakeup in the company, and it's hard to hire people now because people have to go call into corporate to get like an interview, and then once they pass the phone interview, you go into the person interview. So no cart man's gonna do that. Everybody's just gonna go somewhere else. Literally, all the cart people quit, and apparently it was ebb and flow. Like all of them just quit, and they would hire more people, and it was just give and take. But they can't hire more people, so like all the cashiers have to go push shifts or push carts.
Oof.
It's awful.
Have either of y'all ever worked retail?
I worked
No,
at a car
I-
wash in high school. That was about it.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
I worked at TJ Maxx, and let me tell you right now, bro, the meanest people on earth are old white women.
Oh, for sure,
Like,
dude.
you'll walk in and you'll be like, "How's your day, ma'am?" And she's like, "Horrible, and you're ugly." And it's like, what? Like, that all came at once.
I had a lady scowl at me because she said I looked like Seth Rogen, and she was an old white lady.
What?
She goes, I don't like that Seth Rogen. He smokes. My kids think he's. And she was like super mean to me, and I was like, I just look like him. What to do?
Yeah, like, I'm not Seth Rogen. Like, I mean, I look sorta. I don't really know what I look like. I would think I'd say I probably look most like a puppy out of anything. But I just do, bro. I got the eyes. But
You sure you're okay to drive home?
I didn't think I was okay to drive here.
Sheesh. Oh.
I don't. I'll tell you. One of the reason I don't do drugs is because I'm already this bad, dude. Like, this is me with nothing in my system. Like,
Gotta put you in a straitjacket if you do anything.
seriously. Like, I'm like in the Cannibal Lecter. No, that's not his name. Hannibal Lecter thing. And they're like, "What is he in that for?" And it's like, "He smoked one joint, bro. Lost it."
Oh man. Well, we're approaching the hour mark, so if you guys have anything that you'd like to talk about or plug, anything about the show,
I think there was another conspiracy I wanted to get your take on.
let's hear it.
So there's a conspiracy that like fast food or it's fast food. There's a combination of like the fluoride in the water.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about that? Like makes people stupider or more stupid.
Yeah, Alex Jones always says that. He plugs that one. Out.
And it also makes the frogs grow. But
I love that you said stupider. Like, you were like, it makes people stupider. I'm like, it's working.
I drink a lot of water, Jake. But the fluoride, and there's also a theory that the fast food is designed with like chemicals that will make people like less intelligent.
Oh, jeez.
And therefore make the frogs gay.
Yes, of
Well, I
course.
heard the fluoride makes people sick, and I personally believe that a lot of the stuff that we're eating is what's causing all of these cancers. But intelligence-wise, I haven't heard much about that. I'll look into that. I don't know about you, Jacob. Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard that either. I'm kind of scared now.
Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, I
Glad to do a lot
might
of
have
fast
heard
food.
about it. Is that the one where he says that eventually it's gonna make us more open to ideas, to where the government will just walk in and take everything, basically oppress us, or
Yes,
be over
essentially.
us, and it's gonna be through corporations.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah,
just gonna
okay.
eat. It's sort of like in Wall-E, where like they're all fed the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that corporations now are scarier than the government would ever be. I mean, everyone points to the government. The government's not bad. I think it's these corporations now that are growing past the borders.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
I
just
agree.
massive. So,
You're telling me
It does
you're
get
telling me
pretty
it's not
scary
a
for real.
you're telling me it's not a good thing that Disney owns half of our entertainment.
or that they're putting
More than
they're
half.
putting Endgame on the new streaming platform. Now we can't even have it Netflix.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay,
And the
did any
Disney
of y'all-
Vault's a no longer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of y'all go watch like the new Endgame with like 6 more minutes of footage?
No, I was
Nah.
planning to, but how was it?
I just couldn't get myself to pay for the entire movie again
Yeah.
to watch
I kinda
6 more minutes.
I just wanted the ticket and then just walk in 2 hours later.
For the final fight, I want to
Right.
see that again.
Yeah, oh, that was beast, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That was a good fight.
Great fight. So where can everyone find you? What platforms are you guys on? You're on Twitter, and anything else?
Yes. I'll go first here, Jake. I find me on Twitter at Mild Vanilla. I'm doing okay there. You know, like we were talking about marketing earlier. I'm doing pretty good. I always need the followers. On Instagram, it's Mild Vanilla Comedy. I actually do make some memes and stuff if y'all are into that. But
I'll give you a follow.
thank you. It's yeah, that's a slow burn. That's gonna have to work. I have to work on that.
So like with mine, my Twitter is TigerJake73. I made it when I was like 12. Not my Twitter, just that name. I use it for everything.
Okay.
But my Instagram is Jake not Josh because my twin is Josh not Jake. So that's why. Yeah, you know we're weird. But I think the reason I wish we did have a Would You Blather Instagram, but I just don't feel like at this time it would kickstart very well. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we are.
Twitter's way easier because the podcast community is so versatile on
Mhm.
Twitter that you
True.
can grow pretty quick if you like find the right people.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we have an Instagram, and I'm just too lazy to update it.
Well, all we put in it right now is thumbnails and stuff because we're not physically together right now. We don't have studio pictures that we can share or anything. So
Yeah.
once that gets going, we can obviously revamp Instagram. But
So,
yeah.
or you go ahead, bro.
No, that was it.
Oh, what do y'all like want to do a career out of this, or like what's y'all's aspirations for it?
Well, I just switched from engineering to film, so I mean, if I had to fall back on it, it'd be a fine thing. But no, I don't. This would just be a side gig.
Yeah, I think right now for us
I
it's a
feel that.
passion project.
I like that, a passion project. That's such a cool way to say side gig. Like,
That's how we view it. So, and like I said, we just started, like just because we just talked to each other. So we're like, why don't we just record it and get some guests on and learn some stuff? So
yeah, we've been there.
that's how it goes. Well, we can't thank you guys enough for coming on. You're probably the best guest that we've had so far as humor, definitely. So that is a good achievement. We'll add you guys to our website, and yeah, I think you guys will like the thumbnail that'll be on this video. But
Hopefully, I hope it involves Alf and something blurred out.
thank you for coming on, guys, and yeah, subscribe.